Yeah, man. Look at us, mashallah. We're recording.
You
What's
see
up,
it?
bro? You heard about this,
Squeeze?
the stuck container ship
The stuck container ship. the
in the Suez Canal?
the Suez
Suez Canal.
Suez Canal.
Suez Canal. Yeah.
You know, what? For all I know, it's Suez. You know, I'm a ESL graduate. First of the class. Say Apple.
You got a little,
No, my-
what do they call it? ECL? What are they?
ACL?
English as ECL, yeah.
Oh, English as a second language.
Yeah, that's the course.
Yeah, ESL.
ESL.
Second. CE, the fucking ruler came out immediately. Say it again.
I'm like, that doesn't sound right. It doesn't sound
Yeah.
like the way we usually say
You're
it.
thinking about your ACL being torn or something, and then my body's broken.
Oh, man.
Broken ankle,
ESL.
or sprained ankle, broken English, same thing.
Bro, that's a lot of history in there because in the beginning it was like, how come I'm not with the other Arab kids?
Yeah.
'Cause they're Arab too. Why am I in this little,
Yeah.
in the school that I had? It's actually nearby here. Century
school?
Public School.
Oh, I
That's
think
where
I
I
had
grew
friends
up,
who
right?
went there,
And,
man.
yeah, Seneca Tower.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, why I have to come out here and leave the main building to go inside this little,
Yeah, why am I in the tool shed?
yeah, like a floating, what is it called? Like
those
portable
portables,
offices?
yeah.
Portables. Like,
The
why am I
portables outside,
Why am
yeah.
I walking into a portable while all my other Arab friends are staying in the main building?
Yeah.
I smell a little discrimination happening. As soon as, you know how, I think it's a human thing, right? To kind of right away put yourself in a group that you think you shouldn't be part of.
Yeah.
Like, no, wait a minute. This is a privilege down. I should be over there.
I should be
with those
assimilated.
guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Why am
I'm
I
supposed
here?
to- I thought I
Why
was
is that
supposed to be-
Asian kid?
Yeah.
That African kid?
Yeah.
But there's a bunch of Arabs that I know right there. They can't even spell shit.
Yeah.
But anywho, at least we got cake
Yeah.
at the end of the semester.
That's what I didn't
And the
understand
English
about
teachers
this
are
shit.
always so nice.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations, class.
Yeah.
You guys did a fantastic job. And we're all looking as immigrants like,
Man,
do I get the cake now?
yeah. Stop talking.
You know what I mean? Cake.
Yeah. I can't count, but CAKE, please. But
Amy.
man, I had an English teacher who always cried.
Huh?
Not because we made her cry, but it's just like she always, whenever it was like story time, she got us in a circle.
Oh,
Like
isn't that
sit around the tape, and I had a
Isn't
great
that
school, man.
cute?
That's the same school me and Steve went to.
Which
Leslie
one's that?
Park. Leslie Park. It's like this little school that you would never know of. It's
Existed?
like yeah, it's nestled into a neighborhood. It's like surrounded by townhouses. You wouldn't even know it's there unless you went in.
Where is it though? Where?
It's by Green Bank and Baseline, around
Oh,
that
okay.
area, like Monterey.
Okay.
But yeah, it was a great school, great teachers. One of the teachers we still talk to is the guy still looks the same after like 20 something years. It's like
Wow.
he hasn't aged. This white dude. But
This white.
bro, he's like the coolest hippie dude ever. But the teacher, like she would always like read us stories, but like very like I guess emotionally charged stories that were sad. And every time I was just confused. English is hard enough for me, right? And then to see this woman cry, I'm like, what's going on here?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Did I have somebody emotional like that ever before? I don't think so. I had. You know, it's fun when you look back at life right now, as we became mature adults, right? We started seeing life and understanding different situations,
Yeah.
different psychological states for people. You start looking back at some of the teachers you had, and you're like, that teacher wasn't all right. And you know what? A lot of that discrimination or, that special type of feeling she made me feel, which was a negative thing
Yeah.
most of the time. There's other teachers that made you feel very positive. But no, this one here is because, years down the line, you're like, oh, she wasn't emotionally all there.
Yeah.
And in fact, she made a lot of emotional decisions.
Yeah.
And those emotional decisions impacted my academic record
Yeah.
for things that should have not been, affected in any certain way.
Yeah.
For example, you get graded a way where that grade is been given to you under a wrong perception of observation, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm a teacher. I can't grade you, bro, based on emotional feelings. I think
Yeah.
that's completely wrong. And that's why you see a lot of problems many times. And then when you have a lot of the administrative staff, especially when you start to get into the, the higher roles
Yeah.
that actually run the school, they think the same way, they're never gonna look at you as you're wrong. You know what I mean? If you're the teacher, they'll be like, "Oh, she's following protocol." And you're like, "What are you talking about, man?"
Yeah.
Kind of like that whole essay thing.
Oh, that was crazy, man.
Huh?
That's bullshit.
I think we already told that story before, did we?
No, I don't think we ever spoken about it. Man, that was that was one of those things that just made me mad because it was a personal essay.
Yep. And it involved both me and him.
Yeah.
It really did involve me and him. We were both in the same English class.
Grade 11.
Just to the story.
Or it was grade 12.
No, it was grade 12.
Yeah.
Was it grade 12?
No, it was grade 11 because
No,
grade 12 I had
grade 11 I was in Qatar.
Oh, it was grade 10 then.
Grade 10.
Are you sure?
It was grade 10.
Because grade 12 I had Mr. Gordon, that's why.
It was complete BS for everybody that's listening. I know some of you guys might have experienced something like this.
No, fuck, it was grade 12. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, it was grade 12. I remember now.
It was.
Yeah.
Because I think at that point, me and you did know a lot about that stuff that we loved. So the gist of the story was, in grade 12, Shiha and I were in the same class, English class. And then basically, we came to, every grade 12 English class will involve some major exam where you have to write an essay. What is it?
Sorry, that was like at the beginning of the semester.
It was, it wasn't the end of it.
It was almost like it was our chance to introduce ourselves to her as students, almost, because that was the first time I've had her. I think that was probably one of the first years that she taught at Woodruff. So it's like, it was like, oh, let's write like you guys have the options of writing a personal essay about anything you want, and if there are sources, you cite them. On the bibliography, was it AMA style or whatever?
Whatever it was. It was a proper essay. It weighed a lot from our total marks, and you were supposed to write something that you loved about.
Yeah.
You could choose your own topic.
Yeah, it wasn't about Shakespeare or King Macbeth or like King Lear and all that stuff.
Do you remember that? How I used to read
Shakespeare?
And they made me read it all the time?
Yeah.
I used to always read Shakespeare in class when we were studying it in this weird English accent. And Bethany had come by and spoken to Mrs. Bigots. I don't know. I can't remember any friggin' Shakespeare lines, but they liked it so much they always made me just read the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
And it became comical to the class. But anywho, and this essay, at that point, for those who know me, passion for me was IT and computers. I was a total computer nerd. I loved to be around computers a lot of the time. And during that state in high school, I was involved in a lot of, at-home projects and whatnot. And Shiha, what he was writing his essay on was it funk? What was it?
It was hip-hop and just music.
And music.
Yeah, but mostly
hip-hop. And I
can
guarantee you right now, for anybody who knows Seha, I say his name multiple times. It's Seha, by the way, for anybody that's listening. We got a lot of variants of our names hanging around, so you'll hear me call him a few times, but it's Seha. So anywho, everybody that knows Seha knows. He loves his music history. He understands where things kind of merged, what kind of music came together, that funk, that hip-hop era where in the 90s, where we're influenced a lot by the music that was going on. I knew he knew what all that was about. Cultural basis, artist-based. So he wrote about it.
Yeah.
Anywho, teacher comes up. It was a very long process because, like I said, the exam was worth a lot from your total mark.
Yeah, it was.
And she brings us out, and she's like, "Oh, I'm in. Say, how can I speak to you guys, please?" And straight up, you can tell she treated us different.
Yeah, it's starting off very negatively. It's just like you didn't really kind of tell us what was going on. It's just like, well, that kind of attitude.
I know, but we always got treated like that in the class, anyways.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's why.
That's why this thing, when it came about, it wasn't a surprise.
Yeah. But then,
we were minority kids. If you want to, make the description pretty simple.
Yeah.
And at that time, it's like, oh look, hood kids. And what I mean by hood is like, oh, we didn't live in a hood, like we're in Brooklyn or Buffalo or whatnot. We were just basically people that came, from a subsidized housing community. We're immigrants, But it doesn't mean that takes away anything from our academic capacity or cultural, traits or anything like that.
Yeah.
But for some of these teachers, some of these Anglo teachers,
They would
I'll be
judge.
strict.
They would judge you that way.
They will judge you based off
You
that.
could feel it without even them having to say anything.
Because they
that was
come-
the most annoying part.
Yeah, because you know, straight up, they come, bro. These teachers, you know, many institutionalized people, especially from suburbia, they come through, and I feel like they're looked at as a certain way. That was always it, and I can keep ranting about this when I was in the Air Cadets military.
Yeah.
But anywho, she pulls us out. She's got both our papers that we submitted. I know I'm hogging a story, but it just makes me feel.
No, go ahead, man.
Bro,
Yeah.
she starts with me. Was it me or you? I don't know who she started out with that time.
I think she was just like generally speaking
Generally
at first,
yeah.
and then after she
Exactly.
went after us one by one.
So she's like, oh, well, you guys have to understand. I'm bringing you on here because I'm hesitant about your essays that you submitted. I have reasons to believe that you possibly, okay, it's not a confirmed thing, that you possibly plagiarized.
Yeah.
Now, the way this thing works is that we take in the paper and we submit it into a system, and the system automatically queues it in with lots of resources in the back end, you know, libraries, search engines, internet, things like that, and it returns a result. It calculates all the data, all the text, like phrases, paraphrases, whatever you put inside. And it just computes it, runs it in the system, and it comes back and tells the teacher if this person plagiarized or not. So it gives like an end result. And it's probably like a numerical match.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
some variable reference, like
Matching words,
30%,
matching
32%.
Yeah.
You know? She said, I ran that, and it's actually not clear. It doesn't technically say you plagiarized.
Yeah.
But I just believe that this paper is too well written
Yeah.
for you.
It's too in depth. There's too much details. You know that it almost seems like you have to have the material from somewhere, right?
Imagine. And like to specify exactly what it was, I wrote about the CES show that happens in Las Vegas. For anybody that's watching, the CES is a huge electronics show where lots of the manufacturers come out. They
Like a convention?
Convention. It's a huge convention, exhibition, whatever you want to call it, of all the latest tech that's coming out. PC Mag, all these guys, PC World, they all come out. And then you have Mitsubishi, mobile phones, computers, all kinds of technology, consumer, electronic leaders in the market come out and display their new products. And I like this thing. I used to actually follow it when I was young, bro, and watch all those editorial guys online write about new tech. And so I wrote about that CES show, which at that point, I don't know, maybe it was 2003, 2004, because, or wait, you said
Bro, is it like 2006 or 7?
2005, 2000, no,
2006,
2007,
Yeah.
because that's when we graduated. You're right, grade 12. And that's what I wrote about. I wrote extensively about the CES show, who was there at that time, who had the best tech. My essay obviously followed a specific pattern to get to a point, but that's what I talked about. And Seha,
So mine, sorry to cut you off, but
but I was just gonna let you go and basically talk about that.
So mine was my discovery, or not so much my discovery, but like me coming into hearing like a song from hip hop, like the music of hip hop that really struck me. So mine was like a journey of like, oh, what music is this? This sounds amazing to me. I need to find more. So it was like a journey. So it was a personal story. Like the names of artists that I included in it, you could have easily searched that up, where it's like, there's no need for me to reference it because it's more of a story about me and why I listened to this. Like, how could I cite my memories? You know, it doesn't make sense for me to cite my own memories or, you know, say this. Like, I even spoke about the teacher that the school I was talking about earlier, where it's like, oh, this guy inspired me because he took time out of, you know, a month of learning, or I think it was maybe 2 to 3 weeks of learning, to teach us about hip hop, you know, as part of English class. So that was part of the story. So how can I really cite that?
Yeah.
You know, and then it led from there. So from like the storyline of like me being in grade 5 to now, as in when we were in high school. So it was more of the positive impact it had on me and what the music meant to me. So that's all it was. So it's a personal account. You know, and then that's
you can't love something that much to be that good at writing about it. That's basically what all of this translated to us.
Yeah, because
we're there looking at each other. Remember, like,
because I remember what she said. She's like, "Yeah, we couldn't find anything."
Yeah,
it's like, okay, so if you can't find anything, So like, what else is there to talk about?
They literally couldn't find one sentence where they can say that sentence from beginning till end is plagiarized.
Yeah, and that's what bugged me about, like, going back to what I said like just earlier. Just if you were talking about the CES and everything that you like, what that meant to you, then all they could have just searched, oh, what is the CES, and then after match, oh, is everything he said about the CES true, or oh, like this is how it relates. You know, you're if anything, the teacher would just take it upon themselves to learn about what the students are talking about.
It's
And then
exactly
you
it.
just connect the dots. Like, but you just said that you put in our papers and you didn't
Piss me
find
off,
any
bro.
issue. So then now you're just gonna blame us and be like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, since yeah, this is what annoyed me, because it's not like we knew we were getting that 0. She was like, it was like this long buildup of, oh, we couldn't find anything, da 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 da. But you know, since you guys didn't provide us any sources, I'm gonna have to give you an F. We're like, what? So
No, but we did provide the sources. She's just saying above that, this is still too good. That's literally what she was saying. We're not making
Yeah.
this up. For anybody that's listening, honestly, that's exactly what she was telling us. She said, with high doubt,
yeah,
I believe that you guys wrote this. With high doubt, which means I doubt you did it.
yeah.
I mean, it's good. It's really good. Da 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 da. And you could see the scribbles on all our paper and what we wrote. And there's not one area. We looked at the notes because they actually show you which parts that they think
Yeah, it's like,
is
oh, where'd you get this
problematic.
from?
Yeah, so
Da, da, da,
there's
da.
lots of circling where you see the teacher is kind of, trying to find something, but she can't.
Yeah.
And that was her final answer. It's inconclusive that I can say 100% that you plagiarized, or even 50 or 30. She couldn't give us any reference. She just said this is too good. Why? Because we're two immigrant kids. Apparently, we can be very good at English, and we definitely are supposed to be part of a system, right? That's what's kind of believed on us. We're supposed to follow a trait that we're not good at expressing ourselves.
Yeah.
And she says if you're not happy with the final decision, you can go see the principal. And I mean, you did go see the principal.
Yeah.
And the principal gave us the same word. Oh, nah. They always make
Yeah.
you
Following our
believe that-
guidelines,
Yeah,
da, da,
guidelines.
da.
Guidelines are not true. But hey, at that point in our lives, we were high school kids. We did not know at which level we could take this,
Yeah.
but we tried, and then we realized this is not going anywhere. This system is against us.
Yeah.
Bro, who gives a F?
Yeah, well, after that, I had no more respect for it, and I didn't want to take her class seriously. I was just like, you know what, I'll do your work, I'll do this, but then as
Maybe
far
she
as
always-
like
yeah.
you having my back, it's not like you're supposed to have my back as a teacher, but at least care about your profession. At
No,
least
they
take
don't-
it seriously. Like you
bro.
don't think we're trying and like not like you think we're purposely like yeah. It's almost like they think that we're trying to not succeed. You know what I mean? Like I'm just here in this class to fuck around. You know, there are times where I'm just taking things easy. I'm joking. But as far as the work that's coming in, I'm putting in effort. So it's just horseshit.
Yeah, bro. We're not good at expressing ourselves.
Yeah.
We don't have that capability.
Stupid.